What? What is that? A Marauder? Oh, it came in the mail, guys. Look at this. It's beautiful. Now, I am so excited for this. Now, I have had some issues with this, but you know me. I take stuff that has issues and make it better. So that's what I did. I put some cool new firmware on here, and this actually has SMA connectors at the top. So this is for GPS antenna, and this is just for normal antenna. So I got this bulky little GPS antenna, and look at this, guys. You cannot make this up. This thing just looks like a hacker's dream. And you have it all set up and together. So I have these two antennas on it. Got them for like $10 each on Amazon. And boom, look at that. This thing is a beauty. So this is a touchscreen. It has USB-C on the bottom. That's where you code it if you want to plug it in. Get some custom firmware on there. Down here is where you charge the battery. If we open this, okay. Well, there's also the little pen that holds onto the side like that. But if we open this up, first we have the on and off button right there. And that's what the inside of this baby looks like. It has a battery here. The part that you plug in to charge the battery. The yellow CYD screen. A bunch of custom stuff in here. And this thing is just so awesome. Now, tragic, guys. I got this from my friend AltPen Tools on eBay. And are you ready for this? His account is missing. Vanished into thin air. I think he has a new one, but it doesn't have any of the cool stuff yet. So I guess I'll leave the new one in the description, but you currently cannot get this baby. So let's power it on. And what I meant by upgraded is I put the launcher screen on here. So from here, we can actually move around and go to Bruce firmware. And you know what? We'll do that next time. This time we're looking at Marauder. Next time we're looking at Bruce. I might just do that on the M5 stick because I want to make a video on that. But this is what this baby looks like. It has this nice quality screen on the front. This is tap screen. So, you know what? Let's zoom into the camera. Or let's zoom into the Marauder and do some devious stuff. Okay, guys. Now, before we get into the Marauder too much, I actually have a hacking book. Now, why would you not have a hacking book, I think, is the real question. Because there's so much stuff you need to know. So I have stuff for my PortaPath, my Flipper Zero. There's so many functions. And not enough time to learn all of it. So I'm just going to be going from what I wrote down. So here on our actual Marauder itself, let me get up here. We're going to have 4 different buttons on the main screen. Wi-Fi, so this is where we're going to start. Now from Wi-Fi, there's 4 different things. Sniffers, war driving, attacks in general. We're not going to go over war driving. I'll explain it real quick, but imagine that one's not there. So basically, we're going to want to go to sniffers. And this just sniffs a bunch of different stuff, obviously. So the first one here, probe request sniff. What this is going to do is it's going to check for probe requests and devices pinging other devices. A bunch of this stuff isn't too useful, I'm not going to lie. But, some of you just have to do. So beacon sniff, this just sniffs for different types of access points and like devices and stuff. But here's a bunch of Wi-Fi networks that it got, because I have a good antenna on here, guys. So from here, we could go to deauth sniff. And this is basically just going to search for deauth packets in the area around you. I'm not sending any, so we're not going to see any. But EAPL scan, yeah, that's useless. So we just want to go to packet monitor. Now, what we're actually going to see in packet monitor is, let me see if I can get this focused, is this will monitor for beacons, deauths, and probes. So it has the different channels. You could go up on the channels and search for the different stuff. So it looks like we've got a little bit of action right now. I wonder who's hacking around me. Guys, I swear it's not me. I have such a bad reputation at my school. Everyone just thinks when something happens, it's Ilya. Detect Ponegachis. I have not been able to get this to work. I don't know. Don't blame me. Not like it's too useful anyway. Scan access points. So I'm going to blur this. But basically, it's just scanning for access points. Now, this is like if you want to hack a Wi-Fi network, all that stuff. This is your first step. You're going to scan for access points. And while you're here, you can sniff, which will scan for like singular devices. And signal monitor, nah. So here we could go to general. And since we just sniffed, we could do select access points. I'm gonna have to blur this. I'm so sorry, guys. This is so cool. It looks like a phone. So, of course, I'm just gonna pick my own network. So you could just really just scroll through here and look at the different networks that it got around you, and then you just tap it. It'll turn red, and it's so easy to accidentally tap other ones. Should have been like a double click. I know, I should invent this stuff, guys. So anyway, now that we selected our access point, we can go to attacks. Now there's a bunch of different attacks. So starting off, we'll go back to these later, but since we just selected an access point, different stuff we could do is we can AP, clone spam, and deauth the targeted network. So I'm going to grab my phone. I'm actually filming with it right here. So I'm going to grab someone else's phones and show you what this does to their phone. And with someone else's phone. So from here we could go to Wi-Fi. Guys, I'm sorry. I know I have to blur this out. So, but basically what we're going to want to do on here is we're going to tap AP clone spam. And since we selected that one network, if you look at the phone, we're going to see in any second now. I said, any second now. Why is it not on? As soon as I stop the video. But there it is. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to blur out the names. But as you can see, it made like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different networks with the same names. Like, pretend you're at the airport, Starbucks. Someone did this. You don't know which one to connect to. For all you think, it could just be like a glitch with the company. So you just tap one of them. Boom. I have your credentials. Thank you so much for that. So that's pretty cool to make a bunch of fake networks based on the network you're attacking. And then if we come on here, we can also just deauth targeted. Okay, there we go. I know it's blurred, but as you can see, my Wi-Fi network is down here in other networks. And when I try to connect, I put in the correct password. Let me and let's see, join. Today, Marauder. Yeah. Incorrect password. It does not let you connect your network until I stop the attack. So that's it for that attack. Pretty cool. It's the same thing with deauth flood, basically. It'll just flood a bunch of networks. But what we're going to do from here is pretty cool. So we're going to go back to general. And from here, we could do add SSID. Now, let's think of a name for our Wi-Fi network. Let's do free. Okay, I spelled it wrong. So green, eggs, ham. I don't know, guys. It's the first thing that came to my mind. We could hit check. We can make a bunch of them. But then, we don't need to make a bunch of them. So now we made one. We could hit X and go back to our actual attacks. So attacks, and we can hit beacon spam list. And it may not look like much is going on. It won't show much on the actual screen of the Marauder while doing all these attacks. But as you can see, our green eggs and ham pops up right here on our Wi-Fi network. I think it's just so funny. It's just like a joke. It's like kind of the same if we go to beacon spam random. Like I said, it won't show much on here, but if we go to the phone, it will create a bunch of fake networks. You guys just gotta take my word for this one, because I have to blur this stuff. I know none of you guys probably have malicious intentions, but it's what the other people do. So that's basically everything on there. You don't need to know, like, mostly anything else. War driving is so cool. You basically war drive, and up here, I'm in my basement, so it's not going to connect. But here you can connect to the satellites. You kind of just have to have it on and walk outside, and it will connect to so many satellites. I think mine connects to like 8 most times. And you drive around, and what this will do is it will find all these Wi-Fi networks, put them on a map, and then you can see which ones you could attack. And it's just so cool. We'll go in depth later for that, because that's a step too high for my pay grade today. Then if we go to Bluetooth, we have sniffers. So this is so cool. We could Bluetooth sniff, which will show a bunch of Bluetooth devices near me. And this is what you're actually going to want to do if you want to do a Bluetooth attack, Bluetooth sniff. It has a Flipper Zero sniff, an AirTag sniff, someone war driving near you sniffer, and a card skimmer sniffer. Like, this is so useful. You go to a gas station, you check if there's a card skimmer. It will pick it up here, and you're like, okay, I'm not buying anything there. So from here, since we scanned for Bluetooth devices, we could go to Bluetooth attacks. You know all this stuff. We could go to Sour Apple. This is for iPhone, Swift Pair, Samsung, and Apple. Samsung BLE spam, Google BLE spam, Flipper BLE spam. I haven't got that to work. I don't know what it does. Spam all and spoof AirTags. So if we just go to Sour Apple, it'll pick up our phone and start sending us actual notifications on it. which is not funny. Okay, guys, and that's it for Marauder firmware. This thing is so cool. I love it. Looks so devious. Like, okay, I'm not that immature. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for liking, because you did like, right? And subscribe. Okay. Just had to check. Okay, like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hacking videos every Monday at like 7:30 Colorado time. And that's it for this video, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.